How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Got a real treat for you today in the Tier 10 French heavy tank, the AMX M454. Today I'm going to be driving in with the 120mm gun on it. I know a lot of people use the 130mm, and I will start using it more often, just because I've more consistently had better games. If I were to play 10 games with the 120mm gun and then 10 games with the 130mm, you'll rack up damage a lot faster with the 130mm, and the 120mm gun has only 315 premium pen, while the 130mm gun gets a whopping 280. So for sacrificing 35 pen, you gain 560 alpha for the 130mm gun instead of a measly 400 damage for the 120mm gun. In my opinion, unlike the Tier 9, that makes the DERP gun, quote-unquote, very worth using. But there's going to be a very funny name right here. Yep, pull-out failure right there, the Jagdpanzer E100. Made us both laugh as I am platooning up with my fellow friend from Canada there in his Object 705A, or is it the... yeah, it's the 705A. But, yeah. This game is phenomenal. I didn't think I could do this high of a damage in this thing with the 120mm. Anyway, back to that. It's just... I've already laid out the armor statistics for you, and if you really want to look at the 3D model of this thing, go to tanks.gg and then look in the French tech tree, and you'll see just what armor it has to offer. Just don't pay attention to the dispersion values of the gun, because they're not that great on console. It's 0.35 instead of 0.32, and then I'm sure it's a different value for the DERP gun as well. But, yeah. That's unfortunate, but, yeah, the 120mm, it's not a bad gun. 315 is more than enough, although sometimes if you need to pen an E100 turret straight on, it gets a little chancy whether or not you're going to go through. But I'd say 2 out of 3 shots, you'll probably pen him at least 2 out of 3 shots. So if I said that twice, I apologize, but just to reiterate, you'll pen him 2 times out of 3 shots. It's pretty reliable, not the best, definitely not as reliable as 330 rounds, or 330 or 340 heat or APCR pen, but for the situations you're given, it works, and your DPM is a little low, firing every 9 seconds with what I have, which is a gun rammer, vents, and brothers in arms. I don't use the consumable, the premium consumable on this thing, just because it performs well without it, and with an aim time of 1.8, it's a damn good snapshotting gun as well. I guess I should also add that I have the vertical stabilizers on. But check this shit out. Bam! Easy pen on the AMX 50B. Granted, that probably would have been easy without the vertical stabilizer, because his entire tank is pennable in the front and the back, unless you auto-lock it like an idiot. But yeah, this game is going to be great. I've got the advantage of staying on this corner. There's no arty. I was very fortunate for that. And most of my team is here, which means chances of me getting YOLO'd are very low. I got an IS-7 taking a fucking beating, and this M103 behind me is kind of being derpy, but whatever. I go over here because I'm full health. Like, fucking watch where you're driving there, kid. So, I penned that guy in the mantlet. If you angle that Panzer 7, the Tier 10 German heavy tank there, that I just shot in the mantlet and penned, if you angled that turret at all, you can pen him in the side, in the left and the right sides of the gun, in the mantlet. It's pretty funny. And then I penned the E4. I didn't realize the E4's lower plate was that weak. I thought the E4 and E3's lower plate were practically one and the same, but apparently not. I'm not going to take that shot because I know it'll bounce. 268 pops around the corner. And if I over-angle my front and do not show my side, I'm pretty sure I can bounce whatever the 268 shells out. Even, it would be very hard to bounce a heat round, but I know this tank can do it with severe angling. It would be hard to do, but I can definitely contest his standard pen, whatever it is, with just regular angling. Nothing too extreme. Because that's just how fucking armored this tank is in the front. And, this E4 bounces off me, I think. Yep. Like, way to auto-lock me, idiot. And now you're gonna die. Because you deserve to after that. Now, this is another greasy shot on this thing. I don't fear these tanks anymore because of this game. It's like, ooh, where do I pen him? Oh, the face. Alright, check this shit out. Ready? Pops out. Boom! Like, he was barely angling any of his turret, and I pierced through his mantlet like it was butter with a standard 264 pen round. Round? I said that weird. I apologize. But, yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know where that light tank is. Kind of getting a little nervous that he killed that heavy there. So I just kind of advance and help out this E100, or this Jagdpanzer E100. Once again, pull out failure. Fucking, oh, hilarious gamer tag. I'm surprised that hasn't gotten changed yet. Get a free pen on the side of the Chieftain because it's got shit side armor. And I don't know what this tank is doing behind me, but he needs to, like, do something. So the Jagdpanzer E100 gets a shell right into his side. I unfortunately do no damage there and just track him because I'm bad. And then he gets killed by the IS-7 behind me. And I'm thinking that they're going to keep shooting. And then I realize, oh, the UDES just killed the IS-7. And it appears he's the only one over there. So I hide my lower plate because I know he's got a good penning gun. But even with the good penning gun, there's a good chance he's going to bounce anyway. Because I'm angling downwards. So my lower plate would be stronger. Although my top plate would be weaker, but I'm not worried about that because it's bonkers how, again, armored this thing is in the front. So I noticed they're all, like, down the 789 line, and I decide to fall back to the base in case they try to cap, which is what I thought they were trying to do. But no, they were just camping on that little hill. Basically all in the E line, which is, you know, good of them, but if they can't spot anything, then they're practically just waiting to be, you know, spotted themselves. I take a hit, and then the rest of my team just clips them out, because they're stupid and don't know how these weather map variants work. You have to be willing to sacrifice your HP sometimes to get some more damage for yourself. Sorry, I was choking on my own spit. Unfortunately there, my platoon mate dies. Very saddening for him. And this guy is on his side. Unfortunately, the only thing I got a shot on is his... oh my god, I can't believe that fucking hit. I'm firing APCR rounds. I really don't need to, but I figured I could use the extra shell velocity as I thought these tanks would be, you know, moving a lot more. And I'm just, like, I would have been amazed if that even penned him. I was amazed it even hit the guy, that T-30 that it bounced off of, but oh well. Not too upset. They're very far away. Are they far away? No, I guess they're not too far away. Like 350 meters away. But, yeah. I've got 3 rounds left for my standard ammunition, which is pretty good for a heavy. 264. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill on that IS-7 because I just track him because I'm, once again, very bad. T-30's got a side turret to me. I kill him. Yay me. I look at my score and I'm like, oh wow, I'm doing pretty good here. I'll be happy if I get 6k damage. I get over that. And I know that's not fantastic. Keep in mind that I'm using the 120mm gun with 400 alpha each shot. This game would be impressive in an E5. In this thing, it is phenomenal. Although the E5 has a glaring weakness. Like, okay, here's a Jagdpanzer E100. He's going to be firing heat. I'm pretty sure he's going to be firing heat. Even with a standard round, he could probably go through my lower plate. And I don't know what he hit me with there, but he penned me, and I'm like, oh no, I lost health. I'm totally panicking. Just kidding. I spot him, and the same exact situation I explained earlier happens here. He gets spotted. I take a little bit of damage there. Exactly 1,000, apparently. And, my team rapes him for the rest of it, for the rest of his HP pool. And the other tanks, where are the other tanks? Oh, that's right. I do a shit ton of driving. I could edit that out, but I won't because I feel like talking. But yeah, my my loadout for this tank is once again gun rammer, vents, and a vertical stabilizer, just to up everything that the gun has to offer, because it arguably doesn't even need the vertical stabilizer. So I'd probably take that off for optics, just because vents increase your view range as well. So if you want to be a better spotter, it would be better to take off the vertical stabilizer just to maximize your DPM, which is already shit, so you want to improve it as much as possible. But then again, that would take down your aim time, which is already phenomenal, so honestly don't worry about it. If you had to replace a piece of equipment for optics, I would definitely choose the vertical stabilizer, just because, yeah, you won't be aiming in as quickly, but at 1.8 aim time, like, what are you worried about? Exactly, nothing. So, I don't know how that misses, or bounces, whatever it did there. A 315mm pen round, but it bounces off the front of that very lightly armored Russian Tier 9 tank destroyer. So I put another one into him, and that one just disappears. I'm pretty sure it lobbed off to the left, but, like, this is RNG at its worst right now. Had those two shots went in, I probably would have exceeded 9,000 damage base in this thing. So, easy pen on the T10. That thing's a giant piece of shit. I ammo-racked one in one shot with my T95. It was pretty funny with standard ammunition. Oh, so funny. But, yeah, it's always a good feeling when you ammo-rack tanks. And there's actually going to be a funny chain of events that happen here. It's quite hilarious. I chase down this T10. I try to ram him to get the last kill. That doesn't work out because he's running towards this tank destroyer for some stupid reason. I auto-lock pen him, and what do? I don't do what he did. And you're looking at the final shot of the game in this position. Oh yeah, pretty damn funny. And then whoop, because realism. Just kidding. Nobody called this tank realistic, or nobody called this game realistic. It's not a simulator. It's, well, arcade version. Yeah. So, got some silver there. That was pretty good. And I had an op on, apparently. Got the ace tanker for this game, as well as the tank itself, and Confederate. Okay, that's pretty decent. So that is 9,300 damage combined. I'm just going to round. So, yeah. Don't mind that sound. That was just my phone going off. But yeah, 9,300 damage combined with the 120mm. Like, that's phenomenal. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I really enjoy this tank, but I will try to get more games with the 130mm gun. It's going to be a little difficult because of the lack of pen at times, but I'm sure the extra alpha will make it very, very easy. So, thank you for watching once again. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.